It's 6 o'clock, and I'd like to call this special meeting of the Urbana City Council to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons? Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mr. Jacobson? Mr. Madigan?
Here.
Ms. Marlin?
Here.
Mr. Roberts?
Here.
Mr. Smythe?
Here.
Mayor Pressing.
Here. We have one item on the agenda, that is a closed session. Is there a motion?
Mayor?
Charlie?
Yeah, I move that we go into closed session for the purposes of 1, collective bargaining issues pursuant to 5, Illinois Consolidated Statutes 120/2 C2, and 2, to consider the appointment, employment, compensation of specific employees of the city pursuant to 5, Illinois Consolidated Statutes 120/2 C1, and 3, to discuss pending litigation pursuant to 5, Illinois Consolidated Statutes 120/2 C11.
Okay, that third item was added for the record. Is there a second?
Second.
Sure.
Second by Marlin. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons? Yes. Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Mayor Pressing.
Yes. Okay, we'll go into close. Okay, is there a motion to come into open session?
So moved.
Motion by Smythe, seconded by Ammons. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Ammons? Yes. Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobson?
Yes.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Ms. Marlin?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Mr. Smythe?
Yes.
Mayor Pressing.
Yes. We are still in a special meeting of the Urbana City Council, and after we wrap this up, we'll open our regular meeting. At this point on the agenda, petitions and communication. Is there anyone who would like to address the special meeting of the Urbana City Council? Okay. I think all these things are for the regular meeting. Is that Carol McCusick? Did you? Okay. Carol?
I was going to ask about the bill passed September 3rd, 2013-08-044R, because you started out voting on an amendment that Bill Brown had for not giving the mayor the authority to execute an agreement or to accept a bid for an alternative retail electric supplier that had RECs built into it. So you had, the way the mayor said the question was, we have a motion to take the RECs out of the proposal. That was how the amendment was stated for its vote, and it was a voice vote. And it was first it said all in favor, and then there were lots of voices, including Bill's, I think, because it was almost everybody's voice. Because then you asked for all opposed, and it was just one voice, which was Eric Jacobson. And then the result was announced. Okay, that amendment fails. Which, and I don't think anybody said anything of the council or the anyone at all said anything. So I wonder what happens to that with that. Decision, and because once you have an amendment voted on, I think you go then to voting on, well, on the motion as amended, or should. So that's about the about one of those, there were two pieces of legislation that had to do with, at September 3rd, that had to do with the municipal electric aggregation. The second one was approving a contract with the energy consultant, the consultant. And what am I saying there? Oh. At City Council, the person who ran the committee meeting the previous week gives all the recommendations of the committee, and it was Diane. So she was saying, she got to the 2013-08-045R, and she said, okay, so that would be a good thing to, you know, that the committee, for the committee, she recommends approval of that. And I'm going to look up how she stated that, approval of that contract. So, if she,
You have 1 minute, Ms. McCusick.
if she was making the motion, then what she's announcing is what the committee decided on the previous week. Well, in between August 26th and September 3rd, the executive department, Mike Munson in particular, had made a different contract. So he added some words that said, okay, well, it said that the fees wouldn't, okay, such fees will not be greater than 5/100ths of a cent until 2/14, and then they can go up to 7.5. So what passed? We don't read the entire contract to take a vote on it, but the thing that was posted on the 48-hour agenda had these words in it about this clause that got changed during that week. But whatever Diane announced was what the committee was recommending. So what got voted on? Oh, the mayor did say there were.
I think your time is up.
So I'm wondering if those things really, if either one of them really passed properly.
Did you want to say something, Mike, or not?
We didn't really change it. We just added a sentence of clarification to make it clear that the old contract, the fee was lower, and then with the new contract, the fee would go up to what Good Energy charges. That was the only change. It was highlighted in yellow. I pointed it out to the council, and they seemed to have no problems with it. And that was the change that you suggested as well when you called me during the week. So I don't know what you're objecting to, but.
Okay. Thank you. Did you want to say something else?
I could answer that, which would be that I'm not a member of the council, and Mike isn't either, and so if the would it be like the okay, Diane would move what committee ended up with on August 26th, and then the mayor would restate that, and then Mike would have talked to one of the older people and said, we need to make a change. Would you like to suggest this change so that the other older people can contemplate it as an amendment? Would that be correct?
Well, I think everybody knew what they were voting on. It was discussed, so I think it was done properly.
There would be
Okay.
2 votes. We're first on the amendment and then on the motion as amended.
Okay, Eric, did you want to say something?
Yeah, Carol, I don't think that your facts are correct with respect to the vote on the amendment. Maybe I was the one who had my microphone turned on, or maybe I was louder, but there were actually 4 of us who voted against the amendment. Myself, Charlie Smythe, Diane, and Dennis. So the amendment was defeated by 4 to 3.
Well, I guess I would.
Okay, I think we need to move on, but thank you very much. Is there anyone else? I don't have a card from anyone else. So there being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.